Welcome to the President's Diary, where we take a look at His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali's week of activities. His Excellency started his week with a live presentation, delving into an analysis of Guyana's sugar sector. Moreover, the administration is working with unions to boost the wages of workers, and at the same time, a plan is being developed to train cane harvesters to operate machines and be part of the mechanization process, which will not only allow them to operate the machines, but also introduce a new form of operation.
It is the revenue that is created that is then respent in the local economy to create wealth at the regional level, to create wealth at the community level, and to enable the economy to not only expand itself, but to enable the economy to support enhanced livelihood in these communities.
President Ali hosted the members of the Guyana Golden Jaguars, the technical staff and executives of the Guyana Football Federation to breakfast at State House on Tuesday morning. The head of state said government wants to help develop the sport in Guyana and promised to work with the national team to enhance their abilities. He highlighted support for training camps and pledged to make other resources available. Later that afternoon, President Ali engaged residents of Ithaca, Bushlot, and neighboring communities in West Coast Berbice. The head of state highlighted the string of people-centered programs his administration implemented. After listening to the concerns of the residents, he disclosed upcoming plans for the communities. At Ithaca, the president pledged to rehabilitate the recreational ground and enhance the basketball court. He also indicated that government would make resources available to young residents to start agricultural ventures. At Bath, President Ali announced that over 1,000 acres will be made available for cattle rearing. At the meeting, complaints were made of limited pasture to rear cows. An oversight committee would also be set up to address social issues affecting the community. Meanwhile, at Bushlot, the head of state promised to address land transport issues within the next 2 months while committing to resolving the drainage issues. His Excellency President Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali received the letters of credence from the new non-resident High Commissioner of New Zealand to Guyana, Her Excellency Linda Tipuni, at the office of the President on Wednesday. During the brief ceremony, the head of state underscored that Guyana is on a path of transformational development and is prioritizing being a global leader in the areas of climate, energy, and food security. The president also highlighted that Guyana is diversifying its investment portfolio globally and wants expanded partnerships with its bilateral partners. Later that afternoon, President Ali engaged residents of Supply, Ants Grove, and Victoria.
I'm here for a very simple task this afternoon. Not to give you any long speech, but to listen to you. We have a whole group of staff here from the Office of the President that is led by Nalini and Dwayne. They can put their hands up, so they will be on both sides of the road, and they will be responsible for the documentation of your issues, but more importantly, they'll be taking your numbers to follow up, to ensure that they are in contact with you constantly and advise you on how your issue is being treated and maybe what else is needed.
On site, he announced that within the coming days, a team led by the minister within the Ministry of Public Works, Deodat Indar, will meet with delinquent contractors who are yet to complete roadworks. He also announced that within Budget 2024, several streets in Supply have been earmarked for rehabilitation. A commitment was also made to rehabilitate the tarmac of Sir James Douglas Primary School and have it outfitted with basketball and tennis courts. In Ants Grove and Victoria, he committed to rehabilitating the children's playground, enhancing community centers, and conducting assessments with the aim of rehabilitating streets and main roads and clearing blocked drains and canals. He also announced plans to construct a honey processing facility that will act as a hub for all honey producers across the country.
Young people involved, and then we're going to build a facility at a national level where we can purchase through the Ghana Marketing Corporation all the honey, back from all the honey producers across the country, and then produce it into the bottled honey for local and foreign consumption.
On Thursday afternoon, President Ali welcomed West Indies hero pacer Shamar Joseph home with a special dinner at State House. The 24-year-old has been the talk of the cricketing world after his fierce spell of fast bowling dismantled Test World champions Australia. The match at the Brisbane Cricket Ground Gabba was the first West Indies Test victory on Australian soil since 1997, and Joseph, the young Guyanese fast bowler, was the architect as he finished with 7 for 58 in the second innings, despite playing with a toe injury. The president made several interventions to address the present concerns of residents along the east bank of Demerara during several community outreaches on Friday afternoon. The interventions, which involved the upgrading of infrastructure and easing access to services, were made on the spot during meetings at Tamari, Friendship Squatting Area, and Grove.
A very important part of delivering good governance, and that is engagement with people, understanding from people directly what their priorities are. Yes, listening to our babies, let us know what their priorities are. I think that baby priority right now is some milk. So engaging communities so that we can better serve you. Our government is grounded on the principle of service. What we want to do is to be the greatest servant to you that we can be.
After listening to concerns of residents, the head of state committed to repairing and building bridges, creating access to roads, paving streets, and installing recreational and community facilities.
We have already started the extension of the highway from Diamond to Busby Dam, and before the end of next month, definitely, we'll be tendering from Busby Dam all the way to Linden-Soosdijk Highway. In addition to that, the contract for the new Linden-Soosdijk Highway will be awarded shortly, and that will be integrated into the Linden-Mabura Hill, and then we're working to complete all the bridges and then connect it all the way to northern Brazil.
Speaking at the launch of Islam Awareness Week 2024, President Ali once again voiced his concern to the people of Palestine.
We stood on the side of justice for the Palestinian people because they deserve to live in dignity and within their sovereign space. And in every single speech at the United Nations, Guyana consistently made the point. One paragraph was dedicated to Palestine. More importantly, very early in the war, and it's not a conflict, it's a war, one-sided as it may be, I said that this is the first publicly televised genocide in the history of our world. When we call for justice, dignity, and fairness, we expect that when we're in a position in which we require others to stand up on the side of justice, equality, and fairness, they will stand up. The people of Palestine are standing their ground. And let me make this very important point. I know the sheikhs made it. There are Jews, Christians, and people of all nations in all capitals around the world standing on the side of Palestine, the Palestinian people.
This was the President's Diary, where we took a look at His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali's week of activities. Thank you for watching. Do join us again next time.